Hey.
Hey.
All right. So,
Kinetic. Yeah.
It's here.
It is.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to get this thing out there. It feels like a long time waiting after we've got everything done on the music side, but I think it's better to just do it right, make sure we have all the loose ends tied up and everything.
Absolutely.
Do it proper.
Absolutely. So, what inspired you to make the music for Kinetic? Because you produced all the instrumentals.
Yeah. So, various things at various times. I made the very earliest instrumental track, which is the last song on the album, No Complaints, in 2018.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's 6 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember exactly what I was doing at the time or how it came about, but on my side, the instrumental parts are just kind of a collection of different ideas that I've been able to start but haven't been able to finish, haven't been able to finish lyrics or vocal melodies or production for. So, yeah, I mean, I really appreciate having you here, having somebody else to bounce ideas off of and be able to complete something.
I know for me, what made me interested in joining you on this project is, I think you're incredibly talented. And I feel like a lot of the instrumentation of the song is very soul. There's a soulful bass to it.
I love R&B, I love soul. Don't always know how to go about making it, don't always know how to go about presenting it and performing it, but it's really good to have another set of ears and eyes.
So let's talk about Blessed. How did you come up with that music? Were you listening to something I don't know, Funkadelic or something,
So
George Clinton? I don't know.
I was listening to, if I were to name one artist that inspired it, Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, okay.
So, honestly, I was kind of coming up with bass licks to accompany some of the drumming videos that I've made, because I have a YouTube channel where I just upload drum videos, and sometimes I do tutorials, sometimes I just make beats. I make instrument parts to accompany those beats, and that bass line was one of those. But then I realized as I was creating that really funky, slappy bass line that it needed to kind of have its own existence. So I just kind of recorded that bass line and just expanded upon it.
Yeah, so when I heard the music for Blessed, that instantly took me back to my roots, gospel music. I was raised listening to George Clinton and Sly and the Family Stones. So that really inspired me to make it funky, make it soulful.
Thank you. Yeah, I do take a lot of inspiration from more classic R&B. You music theory people out there will notice the 11 chords and extensions and stuff like that. And I don't know. I think there's just a lot of really beautiful detail that's easily overlooked in that kind of music.
Yes, it's very intricate. You guys need to really listen to the music, because there's a lot in there.
Yeah, that was a fun project too. I'm really excited for everybody to see the live version. I think it's kind of interesting having two different versions of the same song. One is a little bit more fine-tuned and robotic. The other is more of a, more of a shared kind of musical experience.
You were able to get some incredible talent into that room to help us out on this project. The live version is amazing. Who'd you have playing on it?
So on guitar we have Chris Voss. He's from Silver Screen Fantasy, sponsored content. Yeah. And on let's see. So we had Kevin on sax, and he's played with me and Gio a couple of times. He's a great jazz saxophonist.
He is. He really is.
He really loves R&B too. And
What's his last name?
Mooney. Kevin Mooney.
Kevin. Okay.
Yeah, he goes by K Money.
K Money. K Money on the sax was killing it.
Yeah, he's great. We had Justin Peterson on trumpet from Bear and the Beast and a plethora of other projects, and
he was cool. I liked him. He had a very chill vibe. He was cool.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Yeah.
He knows how to just play the part and get it done and add that little bit of flavor that it needs.
Yeah, very talented.
He was also on the studio version.
Nice. Okay.
And then we had, of course, Gio on the keys. Gio is a multi-instrumentalist wizard.
Living legend.
Yeah. Does all sorts of crazy stuff. I've worked with him in producing his first full-length album, Songs of Life and Death. I've played live with him numerous times, but yeah. He was the first one I thought of just for that piano solo. It's like, if there's one guy that can do it, it's him.
Yeah. Thank you, Gil.
And then we had on drums Chad Irish. He is kind of known as the de facto drummer of the Corner Beat open mic.
Yes, he is.
He's there all the time, and he's always willing and able to jump on drums with anybody. He just announces, "Hey everybody, I'm here for your drum needs, for your percussion needs. I'm volunteering my services." So he was, of course, the first guy I thought of to call up for that. So.
And that shows how talented of a drummer he is, where he's like, I could get on anything. Just hit me up. So, thank you. But who shot the amazing video? Tell us who did that.
Oh yeah, so that was Jason and Andrea. They were both filming. So the one common thing you'll notice about all of these people, if you happen to be in the scene, is that they all work at the Salt Lick Studios where we recorded it. I've worked with the Salt Lick for, I want to say a long time, but it depends how you define a long time. A couple of years now. So yeah, I was thinking this group of guys, I trust that they can really get the job done, you know?
Absolutely. And, I want to thank you for allowing me to get in there, because that's kind of your clique, your crew, and you brought me in, and I'm really, really excited about it. Like, the project's amazing. Wait till you hear it.
We have already worked together on Must Be My Mind.
We did. Speaking of which, Must Be My Mind is out there on all major streaming platforms, but the song is timeless, so.
It is. But yeah, that's actually full circle your question, what inspired me to make this project. I actually got feedback from at least 2 people that once they heard Must Be My Mind, they told me, you should do more collaborations with her. I could see you doing an EP together.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? That's a good idea.
Oh, thank you, 2 people.
The first song on the EP, I Want You to Stay. Yeah, that one it's very poppy, upbeat, catchy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I don't remember when, where, or how I first created that musical idea, but all I had was a chorus, and I brought that chorus to you. It was pretty bare bones at the time, and I just had a hook. And then I brought it to you, and then what did you think? How did you branch out?
I feel like that that song in particular is like, it's a crossover type of vibe. Like, I think most people can appreciate the song, enjoy it, have fun to it. Like, I don't know, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's still really good,
I remember that once I got you in the studio, it just kind of clicked again. It was like one of those moments where I was like, oh, this is how we do. How do we make sense of this? How do we transition from A to B? And having you there was just like, oh, yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of this? a classic kind of R&B meme that I used in this song is the 3 on E bass line. It's not in E, but it's still got that dum 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 dum. So there
How
are
many songs have that? Man.
a lot of
Let one bite the dust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So another one bites the dust. You got Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
/ Good Times.
Good time. Yep. You're right.
But I really just, I'd never written a song that had that rhythm in it before, and I just kind of, I don't know, one day I got that idea. Like, what if I made this happen? And I played that bass line, and I knew it had some potential. But yeah, once you stepped into the studio, it was easy to see where it would go. So the next song is Stillness, which again started with a bass line. That is kind of a theme for this album. These songs are very bass heavy. They're focused on the bass line. For Stillness, it uses bass tapping.
Okay.
I didn't have any lyrics or vocal melody when I brought this to you.
We just sat there and hashed out ideas and came up. I mean, the bass line it's pretty intricate. Like, it's not no simple, like, you went in on that one. Yeah. I love the bass line. So I think it was just brainstorming, get it together, listening to it over and over again, and try to figure out what inspires us. So Stillness.
Yeah, I think the theme for that one was just kind of, I wanted it to be very nature inspired, like kind of to recreate the feeling of being outside and recreating the feeling of clarity and warmth and assurance. Something that kind of takes you somewhere, takes you away.
And a lot of the stuff I sing, I'm kind of a power singer, right? So it was nice to do something a little different and lay back and just kind of feel the vibe of it, relax, and be a little more still when singing it. So.
But after that, we have Make It, which that's probably the newest one instrumentally, because that one I started when I was renting a little spot at Doghouse Music Studios in Lafayette. I would just go there for band practice, and then every time after band practice I would just be a little bit exhausted, but I would make myself stay a little longer. And one day I just came up with that pretty much out of nowhere. Just 3 chords and a vocal line. Just that
Yeah, that's a great song. There's just so many, I'm telling you, there's so many hits on this. John got some vocal skills for sure.
Candace does too. Or, I'm sorry, C.L. Fondal.
Same person.
But yeah, that one was just a chorus, and I feel like that one was especially kind of a brainstorm moment when we got together in the studio.
But you did have something laid out already, that hook. I think you did. Yeah.
Just the hook.
Yeah, just the hook.
Anything else going on? That one's actually, the hook is very bare bones. Just drums, chords, little bass, and vocals. That's pretty much it. That's all you need.
That's all you need for a hit.
I don't know. I feel like you wrote those lyrics really fast. They just kind of spilled out of you, and then I felt the same with the chords, because I remember, like, I don't know. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I was just in the studio and I had a guitar in my hands and I had no idea where to go, and then suddenly it was there. Suddenly I was like, oh, and then we do the thing and then the other thing, and then,
Yeah.
All comes together. I really wanted to just mess around and let the vocals explode at the end. Just kind of let it happen, let it
Definitely
go wild.
is a build up, some suspense, and then we let you have it.
One more note about that song. I feel like there's a moment that's kind of like Kiss from a Rose on a Grave in there. I feel like there's a little homage to that in the guitar solo. I've also heard people compare it to Pink and White by Frank Ocean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it was your vocal melody that made that.
That's cool. That's an honor.
Yeah, right?
Frank Ocean is amazing. So.
Yeah. Okay. Last song, No Complaints. So we already did mention a little bit about this one. This one, I originally wrote that bass line like 2018, so 6 years ago. And that was actually me playing trumpet on that 6 years ago. I probably couldn't do it now, but...
Wow. I didn't know. Did I know that? I don't think I knew that.
I don't think I ever mentioned it, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, this song is my personal favorite. I feel like it has such an R&B vibe, but yet could go into pop a little bit. I feel like there's a lot of emotion behind the chorus and the lyrics, and this one is definitely my favorite, No Complaints. I mean, Blessed is amazing too, and so is all the rest. But my personal favorite is No Complaints. So,
Kinetic.
Kinetic
Yeah.
is here.